Top of the morning, traders, and happy Tuesday, April 28th, and welcome to the most value-packed live trading show, where we live trade, break down charts, cover high-impact events, and talk trader mindset. Hope everyone had a great day yesterday and is ready to kick off another opportunity-filled day. If you did miss yesterday's episode, go back and to see how we navigated those conditions. We were looking to gap down, pretty aggressive gap down in the pre-market, the biggest gap down possibly this month, or one of the biggest gap downs this month so far. We did make all-time highs, back-to-back days all-time highs, primarily driven by the Nvidia trade. Nvidia did make all-time highs as well. Now the semiconductors are starting to see a sell-off. We did get some headlines on OpenAI. Okay, so we did get some headlines there. So now the semiconductors seeing a little sell-off, or timely sell-off. Could be some profit taking, and we're seeing a small rotation into the down names. All right, if that rotation theme continues, crude gets above 100, continues to accelerate, then we're going to have a plan to react in that fashion. If crude stays below 100, right, and the rotation theme is no longer there, we'll have another thing to take advantage of as well. So the primary thing going to today, guys, is make sure if you're trading those individual names, keep a close eye on the IV, because a lot of those names we trade typically, all right, they are reporting earnings this week. They're reporting earnings this week. So with the high IV conditions, if they start to crank up that IV, it might not move as favorably. All right, you're going to cost maybe twice as, it's going to cost you twice as much, right? And might not move as favorably. So it's very important that you do take that into consideration. So we're officially open. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. As you guys are coming in, make sure to smash the like button on YouTube. Make sure to smash the like button on YouTube. We can easily get 100 likes during first shift, 150 likes. We will do the giveaway. Okay, so we will do the giveaway once we do get there. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Fish. Amen, amen, amen. Good morning, HHPPCBD. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. As you're coming in, make sure to like the video. Massive gap down on SPY. You can clearly see that possible upward compression. All right, some kind of compression on SPY. If you draw it from the pre-market low into that territory, possibly there, that could be the first thing to pay attention to. Can we get that clean break? Can we get that clean break below it right off the bat? So we're starting to see the Dow sell off. We're starting to see everything sell off in a synchronized selling. Okay, synchronized selling. All right, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, Kimmy. Good morning, good morning. So we are officially open. I want to see if there's some fuel behind this retrace reject. Is there fuel behind this retrace reject? Okay, is there fuel behind this retrace reject? TSM crossing that 380.81. Okay, Apple pulling back. Apple pulling back. Okay, ExxonMobil showing that strength. ExxonMobil showing that strength. ExxonMobil showing that strength. Okay, so massive gap down to kick things off. We're going to mark out that gap. Per usual, 10 a.m. Eastern. 10 a.m. Eastern team. We do have consumer confidence. So let me know in the chat. Are you trading before 10 a.m. or are you trading after 10 a.m.? Are you trading before 10 a.m. or are you trading after 10 a.m.? Before or after 10 a.m.? Put before or after in the chat. And if you're trading before, try to have a good idea of what you're looking for, what you're looking to trade. All right. The more clear the plan, the easier it is to follow. Okay. The clearer your plan, the easier it will become to follow. All right. We got that G50. So right now, SPY is trading below that daily downside breaker. Everything is in the red so far to kick things off. Everything's below that daily open. SPY is below that weekly open as well. That weekly open is at 713.20. 713.20 is that weekly open. Let the dust settle a little bit. VIX sitting right at that 19. Qs are starting to get bought off those lows. Tesla's starting to go. Tesla above that PMH. IW starting to go as well. So that's kind of treating this as, so far during that first 3 minutes of that 5-minute candle, it looks like it wants to hold this as support. So buyers picking it up, right? So again, they're not in the clear yet because that retrace reject of that 713.20, 712.30 is right there. That daily downside breaker, okay? That daily downside breaker is right there. So I want to see how we interact with this trend line support here. Do we get that break? clean break, or do we get that continued back and forth? Chop, chop, chop. We're within prior days. We're below prior days range, within pre-market low, pre-market high. The Dow starting to catch a bit here. IW showing some strength. IW is looking to get above that 50% retrace today. So IW is the first one to recapture. The first one to recapture prior day's lows. Let me just confirm real quick. Yeah, so IW is the first one to recapture prior day's lows. IW has recaptured prior day's lows. Okay, let me show here. You can see IW, right? Trying to recapture it there. The Dow got above that 493.55, starting to fade a little bit. So let's see if IW can get a strong close above that level and that not turn into a shooter or some kind of topping wick on that candle. Bitcoin continues to sell off here. All right, Bitcoin can't afford to get back below 75K. Okay, it's worked too hard to get above 75K. If it starts to give that up, then that's gonna cause a major delay in Bitcoin's pursuit of that 80K. Tesla continues to push a little higher, flirting with that PMH. Apple falling off a cliff. Nvidia holding that 50 MA on the hourly. Nvidia holding that 50 MA on the hourly. Good morning, guys. Make sure to like the video as you're coming in. Let's get the likes up. We can easily hit the like goal within the first few minutes. Okay, we can easily hit that like goal within the first few minutes. Good morning, Terry. Good morning, Devin. Good morning, Nico. After, before. Depends on the chart. Good. Tesla's flying. Apple is dumping. I'm staying away from SPY as long as it's near that 710 area, 100%. Yeah, 710, very indecisive there, guys. We've been saying that for now a few days, right? We've spent some time away from 710. We came back to revisit that 710. So 2 of the 4 indexes are flipped to the green side, that being the Qs and IW. Okay, the Qs and IW. IW did reclaim prior day's lows. And it's at the 50% retrace here. 50% retrace of that daily downside breaker, yesterday's range. Poll question for today will be, we'll go with the standard one. Okay, poll question for today, bearish, bullish, standard. Bearish, bullish. Let's get a quick sentiment check. Okay. Bearish or bullish? Let's answer the poll question. After, before, after. Okay. So I'm still babysitting the SoFi runners here. They're up about 11%. So SoFi is not doing much, but what's happening, guys, is the IV is going up, so it's making those contracts more valuable. So we're using IV to our advantage, okay? Yeah, we're using IV to our advantage. So the IV on SoFi now, it's 128. Good morning, Joe. And again, if you took profits already on SoFi, yesterday was a TP opportunity. If you take profits today, just keep in mind we do have earnings on SoFi, okay? Earnings on SoFi. So best practice would be probably to take some profits before then, okay? Because anything can happen with earnings. Anything can happen with earnings. Walmart took a nosedive. Tesla is strong. Tesla above that PMH. Tesla's rocking and rolling. Tesla rock and rolling above that PMH. I like that. So Tesla's a candidate. Walmart's a candidate to the downside, so Tesla's a potential candidate to the upside for good calls. Nvidia is also a candidate. Let's take a look at the IVs while we're there. So Tesla, okay, IV's a little bit jacked up, 59%. Nvidia, close to 60%, 58%. Apple, 36%, was about 27 to 29% yesterday, so I did see a nice little increase. Apple is going to start to increase here because earnings are coming up in a couple of days. Okay, Walmart, 31, okay. So far, right out the gate, we're seeing Apple lead the way, Nvidia down 2.65. This is taking into consideration the gap downs. Qs are starting to push. Qs have a long way to go to get that reclaim. Okay, SPY's at the daily downside breaker. If SPY goes engulfing back to back, that'd be interesting. Once we get above this 712.06 territory, then we're officially in the jaws of the gap. Okay, officially in the jaws of the gap. So leaning towards possible retrace reject if we don't get that strong close and acceleration above that level. Tesla got above that PMH. He scalped Tesla. You can make about $2 out of there. $2 push. Now it's starting to fade. So nothing too clean right out the gate. Nothing too clean right out the gate. So if there's nothing too clean right out the gate, keep it clean. Keep it clean. 7, 12, 30. Daily downside breaker being put to the test. Okay, so this is resistance until proved otherwise. Okay, if we can get above it, continue to push, then we can deem it as being a reclaim. Okay, see if we get a nice little shooter on the 5. We got a nice little shooter on the 5. Okay, I want to see a weak candle, not a strong candle, a weak candle, a shooter, inverted hammer. I could possibly be there for it to pick it back into that trend line support, back to VWAP. If it continues to accelerate, gets that reclaim, then we'll look for something else. Okay, Nvidia's starting to wake up, team. Nvidia's starting to wake up. So Nvidia, the earnings are just, the IV is just high on Nvidia. Okay, so looking for a shooter here on SPY. Shooter for short. No shooter. We'll respect the buyers. So say if you went long there, you don't want to see a shooter. Okay, say if I'm looking to go short here, I want to see a shooter. I want to see us start to fade, possibly get back below that 712.06 territory. Now we are in the jaws of the gap. Qs are starting to get picked up. There goes Nvidia. Nvidia's starting to climb. So no shooter there. Nvidia's starting to wake up. Down goes Walmart. So some candidates for the next 3 minutes. Nvidia to the upside. Walmart to the upside as well. So no shooter there. Still have 2 minutes. We're in the jaws of that gap now. IW is really the first one that reclaimed. Now SPY reclaimed. Okay, SPY reclaimed. So no shooter. SPY reclaimed. Now we got that nice little zone. So now we're in the jaws of that gap. The gap, which gap? The gap from this morning. That gap down from this morning, right? We are right in the jaws of that gap down from this morning. So 5-minute shooter at least. 15 minutes starting to reclaim that territory, team. Starting to reclaim this territory. That's 7-12-58. So that's 7-10. They bought it back off that 7-10. All right, the question is, do we have enough fuel to continue to push? Because this runway is clean, but do we have enough fuel? Do we have enough fuel? If this 5 goes shooter, I'll like that. Shooter just means inverted hammer, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Yeah, smash the like button, guys. Make sure to like the video. We are currently in a giveaway drought. So SPY did provide that reclaim. Okay, that reclaim is there. From that 7-12-06 to 7-12-30. Okay, some candidates. Okay, so Amazon, Nvidia, Walmart to the downside. Walmart shockwave is here, guys. Only thing with Walmart is, as if Walmart does break down, just be mindful that Walmart does have that 200 EMA on the hourly right there. Okay, looking at Walmart for the puts. I want to see confirmation there. My waivers, keep a close eye on Walmart, keep a close eye on Palantir. Keep a close eye on Nvidia, keep a close eye on Meta. Okay. If we fall back below this territory, I'll go 5 for 5. Break below 7-11.90. Early entry 7-12.06. Take it to the downside on SPY. Walmart looking at the 127s. The puts, see if you can hold below that level. That break below 7-12.06 would be critical. Walmart did break, no confirmation yet. Palantir is starting to go. Palantir is starting to go. IV a little jacked up there. Palantir, those calls on Palantir. Walmart to the downside. Keep a close eye on that. Walmart's really flirting with that territory. Q's brewing as well. Look at Walmart. There goes Walmart. And you want to take Walmart? If you take Walmart, beautiful job. Walmart little jittery, so be mindful of that. I'm looking at the Walmart 127s. The puts. I'll take it right there. A little late entry, but I'll take it right there. So my entry is in this territory. Okay, so I'm in Walmart there, so my entry is actually like here. So not the best entry on Walmart, but I'll live with that. So we'll babysit Walmart here. 15 looks good. I want it to hold below that 200 EMA on the hourly. If you have a better entry on Walmart, good. Starting to bounce off that hourly 200 EMA. I at least want this rejection to take place here. On Walmart, down about 4%. Now Palantir did collide into that hourly 200. So it needs to break down here. Amazon broke. Nice break on Amazon. Continues to push. Meta gone. Okay, if you're waiting for that entry, that retrace reject entry, see if you get that nice close back to the downside on Walmart there off that 1 minute candle interaction. off that 9. Rejection off that 9. That'd be good. Qs continue to push. Dow continues to dump. So we saw a small rotation into the Dow, and we saw some profit taking on the Qs. Okay, in this 15-minute juncture, team, I want to see Walmart close below that 200 EMA on the hourly. Okay, so we'll watch passive. We'll watch Walmart passively there. Have the alert set up there. So in the meantime, we'll maneuver back to SPY. Okay, we'll let Walmart cook. SPY is still brewing. Put an alert here. Okay, so if it is kind of treating as a bounce there. It's a nice little bounce. Okay, and it draws that gap. Here we go. Shenanigans. Shenanigans is here. You see that? Okay, see, so we got that shooter. We got that shooter. See if we can get that close below 711.90. All right, so I don't like the shenanigans candle. Could be a nice little shakeout. Could be a nice little shakeout there. 5-minute candle closing in on 1 second here on Walmart. See if you get a break below that 711.90. 712.06 territory. On SPY, and we start to crack. We do have view up below. So again, we do have view up below. There goes Meta. Meta's out of here. Meta and Amazon took off. Those are the two names that took off. What's brewing? Nvidia still brewing. Nvidia is still brewing here. So still in Walmart. Walmart, these are the May 1st contracts. Okay, I'll give it a little bit of time. Stop me out if you want me to get out. So you get that break below 711.90. 5 for 5 would be. On SPY, 5 for 5 would be. Stop up here. Get that break below there. Biggest obstacle there is going to be, team, of course, that daily open. Okay, that daily open is going to be the biggest obstacle. We got somewhat of a shooter here, but no follow through behind it. All right, so let's see if we get that break. Break below it. So as long as the bulls can't break this level, right, we're going to continue to push lower. Once they break this level, continue to accelerate, shockwave comes into play. Okay. Walmart is down 10%. Walmart is down 10%. Okay, looking at the 712. 712 puts. View up is right there. Trendline support is right there. Stop is at that 712.50. Walmart's on the verge of getting stopped out. Almost going to get stopped out on Walmart. Down 16, 17. We had a strong break below that level on the 5 on SPY. So this will translate to this, guys, basically this. This needs to break aggressively. So we don't want to see buyer stepping in here. That is that daily open. Looking at the pull it up, 712, 711 puts. Okay, see if you get that hold there. Okay, I'll take the puts right there on SPY. My risk is 5 for 5. My risk is going to be that daily downside breaker. Okay, I'm in the SPY puts here. That daily open is there. That could be a little dangerous. So again, see if you get that nice little slide. My risk will be right here. Okay. Sometimes we get that bounce off that daily open. So I don't want to see that bounce. I'm in the SPY puts. There we go. You took that manage accordingly. TP where you need to. Okay. I want to see that break below that level, guys. Break below that VWAP. If you took profits already, good, good, good. To flash 10. Now I want it to hold below here. Hold below there. It's testing that VWAP. Giving the VWAP run for its money. So my NC is right here, guys. Because if that can't hold, VWAP doesn't hold, this can really start to go. So right now the buyers are trying to pick this up off, pick it up off VWAP. Walmart's about to get stopped out. There you go, SPY. Okay, break below there on SPY, we get to go. Up 11, 13, 14, 16 on SPY, go, go, go. I'm going to take a majority off right there on SPY. Thank you very much at 18. Holding runners, good, good, good. If you took that, good, good, good. SPY's up 23, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Who took SPY there? Textbook breakdown on SPY, good, good, good. Okay, so now let's see if SPY can start to work towards that shockwave. I'm closing Walmart there at 21%. SPY already extracted majority. Holding runners here, up 23. Okay, see if SPY can break those lows. Right, once it broke that trend line support, okay, that retrace reject played out beautifully. TP or need to team, okay. So now let's see if this can bleed into shockwave. This is the game plan we talked about this morning, all right? That retrace reject off prior day's lows. I want no close above here. No close above here. I can take this into shockwave. See if we get that ripple break. Beautiful job, guys. SPY printing here. Good, good, good. That was beautiful. So I want no close back above here. If the Qs give up that VWAP, we'll be good to go. Qs testing VWAP. Look how quickly that shit changes, guys. If you don't take profit, the market will. All right. So look how quickly things change on those runners, okay? If it gets back above VWAP, I'll close out. Give it a chance here. I didn't even get a chance to use that NC. That's how quickly it bounced. All right, so see if you can get flushed here one more time. That might be a nice little bull trap. Okay, see if it goes shooter and starts to break. Qs are bouncing off that VWAP. Qs bouncing off that VWAP. I'll close it right there. Okay, for 13. So don't want to give too much back on the runners. And if a shockwave comes into play, we'll take advantage of that. So beautiful trade on SPY there, guys. And you want to take that? Let's check the chat. Let me get caught up. That was nice on SPY. First trade in more than a few weeks. Green, I'll allow that. Beautiful job, Hero. Beautiful job, 52%. Beautiful job, guys. So this was what we discussed this morning on SPY. All right? What we discussed this morning, retrace reject into prior day's lows. Every retrace reject does not look identical. 80% IWM puts beautiful. The fact that the Qs are bouncing off those lows, guys, right, is starting to impact SPY here. Okay, so I don't want to sit through that roller coaster there. Did get stopped out on Walmart. A nice scalp on SPY. Still in SoFi. If Walmart comes back into play, I'll be there for it. So no shockwave on SPY yet, guys. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You got to be taking profits quickly. Okay. You have to be a sniper in these conditions because you saw, okay, those runners quickly went from being up 30, 35 to boom, to 12. My NC is there. So when we got in this their territory, I just closed it. Okay. So you have to be proficient in profit taking. Before and now we have consumer sentiment coming as well. So keep that in mind, guys. Consumer sentiment coming in. Shockwave on IW. Shockwave on IW. Shockwave on the Dow. IW falling off a cliff. Our team is crushing it. Waiting to see SPY rise above yesterday's lows. Smash a like button. Absolutely. KO. Okay. Consumer sentiment here. This can either continue that sell-off or this can either lead to a nice little pop back the upside. We're waiting for SPY. Are we supposed to put okay? Why? Put on Walmart. VWAP. What is a shooter? 650, boom, took the puts. Thank you very much. Absolutely, guys. On the trail in the winds a little bit for SPY. That was nice. Thank you. Absolutely. Good, good, good. All right. So, okay, Walmart. The fact that the Dow's dumping, Walmart can come back into play. The entry on Walmart, not the best entry. Might have rushed a little bit into that entry, but it's coming back into play here. So I want that hold. If it can hold that, I can re-engage Walmart. Full circle moment on Walmart. Okay, anyone else take SPY? See if that entry can come just a little closer. Just a little closer. Give it about a 5-cent pop. Okay, second attempt on Walmart. Second attempt on Walmart after getting stopped out. Again, this is the same thing, guys. It's either hit target or stop me out. First one stopped out. I can passively watch this. I have it on another screen. Okay, so now Walmart's starting to go. Let's see if we can continue to roll. That 200 EMA, watch out for that double bottom off that 200 EMA on Walmart. That's what's giving those issues. Okay, so nice setup right here, guys. Puts right there. SPY worked out nicely. We need that break of that 200 EMA. Nvidia, sneaky, all right, still holding that level. No shockwave on SPY yet. Shockwave on IW. IW is that just wonderful move on IW. I just keep missing it. Walmart, we do have an obstacle coming up at that 127.76. And we can slice and dice through that. We'd be good to go. If you're still holding SPY through consumer sentiment, you have that entry from there, right? You don't want this reclaim to take place. This is the equilibrium, okay? So SPY, Walmart needs to break below that 127.75 territory. So what's really going to take this over the top team is if the Qs can give up VWAP. If the Qs can give up VWAP, we'd be good to go. Walmart break that 127.75 would be good to go. And Walmart is very small account friendly. Good spreads. Okay, 127s cost $100. Keep a close eye on that team. Downside 16%. Beautiful job, guys. Good, good, good. Beautiful job, Michael. Beautiful job, Ashok. Let's get the likes up on YouTube, team. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Okay, Walmart's starting to roll here, guys. TP if you need to. Volume imbalance on SPY. Walmart is up 7-8%. Next obstacle for Walmart is going to be that PML. So we're testing this daily open. Nvidia starting to come into play. Okay. See if Nvidia can provide the entry. Still like SPY under 711.75. 711.75. Yeah, right in this area. Yep. If it continues to reject off of that, that's going to be good. Okay. See if Nvidia just hangs out above that 212.18 for the next 9 minutes, that 15-minute candle. Okay, that can still come into play, that break. That might have been the cleanest opportunity, guys. That SPY drop. No shockwave yet on SPY. No shockwave yet on SPY. Okay, shockwave alert on Nvidia, guys. Keep a close eye. Keep a close eye on my waivers. Strikers, keep a close eye on Nvidia. Contracts are a little bit pricey here, but if it moves, it moves. Okay, Walmart 10%. If you need to scale out, scale out. Beautiful job, Walmart. If you took Nvidia, manage accordingly. If you take the ripple on Nvidia. Now Walmart, that PML is going to be that next test, team. Walmart PML coming up. Okay, Walmart up 13. That PML meaning that pre-market low. There goes Nvidia. Out Walmart 7%. Good, good, good. Walmart up 15. Now I want Walmart to hold below that pre-market low. Nvidia retest, I'll be there. I want Walmart to hold below this pre-market low. Okay, feel free to TP. Okay, feel free to TP. Hold below this pre-market low. Walmart, the candles on Walmart are not going to be as clean, team. All right, that doesn't have enough volume to have that nice 1-minute candles. If we get back above pre-market low, I'll close out Walmart. Back above, I should say. Okay. So I need that to hold. So that 5-minute candle there. See if we can hold below pre-market low when it's all said and done. So it still has a minute left. Nvidia starting to go. There goes Walmart, another leg lower. Who took Nvidia? Got Tesla, shockwave. Beautiful job. Okay, I'm babysitting Walmart here. I like how it's holding below that pre-market low. See if it has a little more juice left in it. Okay. Nvidia gone. Tesla gone via shockwave. The fact that we're rotating out of the Dow, Walmart's starting to fall off a cliff, right? Okay, there we go, Walmart. There we go. Up 18. Walmart's coming very close to prior day's lows. If it breaks below here, it will break below prior day's lows, 127.40. Okay, so that is a target as well. So that PML was a target. That daily downside breaker, yesterday's lows, is a target. There we go, Walmart. There we go. It's below yesterday's lows. 21% on Walmart. I'll close that right there. Okay, thank you very much, Walmart. All right. If you're still holding Walmart, congratulations. If you took Walmart, congratulations. Okay. So let's break down Walmart real quick because this is a great illustration on the difference between a good entry and not the best entry. Okay. So Walmart, scale out if you need to, guys. Okay, Walmart played out beautifully. All right. So that was the idea. So Walmart, on top of the fact that the Qs were starting to push, holding that VWAP, and the Dow starting to sell off, we took the puts here on Walmart. Okay. On that retrace reject, my initial entry here when I did get stopped out on Walmart, guys, it was here. Okay, so you can see it was right there. If I had a better entry, maybe I can sit through this because I didn't get that close above it. But the fact that my entry is here, okay, then I can't sit through that. So try to get that entry as close as possible with the best way. Sometimes if you have a late entry, if it's weak enough, that late entry is the best entry. Okay. If it's going to go, it's going to go. So in this case, retrace, reject entry. In this case, got that stop out initially. All right. So that's the difference. And I want to illustrate that to you. And that's the difference in those two entries. Okay. So Walmart is bouncing off that weekly level, bouncing off that daily level. We got a key zone right there. Scale out. So now we passed that PML. We passed all those levels. So Walmart, thank you very much. And then I can move along to something else. All right, so SPY in this case, guys, there's nothing else to trade on SPY from the lens of shockwave. Okay, no, nothing else to trade on SPY from the lens of shockwave. But the good thing is, all right, if you're just trading SPY, no harm, no foul. You didn't take any trades. Okay, you didn't take any trades. If you're just trading shockwave on SPY, you didn't take any trades. You didn't lose any. You didn't make any. And the conditions have been fairly tricky. Outside of this nice little breakdown over here that we discussed in the pre-market. Okay, I'll break that down to you exactly here. Here we go. All right, this morning we said set your alerts on that 7/12/30 in our pre-market prep stream. Okay, that retrace reject will be there. Okay, we have to treat it as resistance coming into it. So what do we let the buyers do? Okay, we got that level. We have to treat it as resistance until proven otherwise. All right, we got to break above it. I'm going to respect it. Okay, the buyers want to do that. That's fine. But I want the buyers to prove to me that they can hold above it and continue to push. Okay, if that's the case, then I'll treat it for what it is. I'll say it's support now. But the fact that it got above it, started to come, and started to go lower, that's when we got activated. Okay, we took that retrace, basically a retrace reclaim back to downside. Okay, so that was our trade on SPY and the two trades on Walmart. Outside of that, no other moves. If you are trading some individual names via shockwave, some of them did go. A nice push on Walmart, of course. Tesla is out of here. Nvidia gone. Amazon gone. Okay, so some clean moves there during that first close to 45 minutes of the day. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful job. Jose, head and shoulders, 7-11-15. On the 15. Yep, I can see that trade wins. 7-11. Inverse head and shoulder or just regular head and shoulder? Maybe left head, right. How are we doing so far, guys? How are we doing so far? We're here. The buyers are trying to get this thing back above it. They don't have enough strength. So now we're back at the infamous 710. If you tuned into our show last week, we talked about the importance of the 710 level. And guess what, guys? We're looking to get back towards that 710. So it's really going to help us gravitate towards 710. No ifs, ands, or buts. Qs have to break that view up, slide below VWAP. Okay, Qs need to give us that break below VWAP. Walmart, guys, if anyone's holding Walmart, congratulations. Okay, Walmart is really starting to print. Okay. And those Walmart contracts were further dated. So thank you for the morning positive vibe and put confirmation off my 3-step movement. Beautiful job, Brian. Anyone else, team? Anyone else? Anyone else? Oh, okay, on the 1. I see it. Trade wins. Yep, if you include the pre-market, yes, I do see that. Down for the day will be fully back in May. Can't wait to have you back. Hero. Beautiful job. Meta, what about Meta? This SOFA is just annoying me a little bit. I might just get rid of it because it's annoying me. Okay. Sometimes I have a very, very short fuse when it comes to just holding those trades. Walmart, guys. Walmart TP1. So Walmart was the idea today, and SPY for the puts for the quick scalp. So even if you got stopped out on the first one, you can make back what you got and some. But if you didn't take the first one, you waited for the better entry, you walk away nice and green and clean. Okay, team? And IWM, I mean, it doesn't get better than this. It doesn't get better than this. So our IWM traders are all over this. Especially if you trade IWM, guys. That shockwave is going to be critical. For some reason, I just keep focusing my attention away from IWM, but it's worthy of paying attention to because it does give you that nice clean move. SPY is not doing much. So IW for the win for today as far as indexes are concerned. So the big boys, SPY and Qs, okay, they're fast asleep at the wheel. IW showing up big, carrying its weight. Okay. Why is my conviction to the downside for Walmart? Technical analysis. Right, so from a technical standpoint, Walmart is, I'll show you here. Okay, so it's not just clicking the buttons. All right, so let's go to Walmart. All right, so Walmart, if you recall yesterday, we talked about Walmart doing this dance. It got stalled here and came here. So my ride was basically from here to here. Okay, in this case, that weekly upside breaker is right there, but that weekly upside breaker, if that weekly downside breaker, last week's lows, if that can't hold, okay, this is more than likely going to go all the way to this channel because we're trading this channel. So we went from one end of the channel. We got that bounce yesterday, rejected off this territory, right? And this should be orange. It's a weekly upside breaker. Okay. And then that starts to fail to hold. So technically, I could have extracted a little more on Walmart because this level failed to hold. And then now Walmart does have some room to continue to go. Okay, so if you have a good entry on Walmart, if you have that entry at 127.97 territory, okay, before 128, there's a beautiful ride on Walmart. So just technical analysis. So what platform is best for scalping? Best for scalping, I'll say, if you're on a very low Learning curve, very easy to understand, very easy to use, very user-friendly. Okay, plug and play. I'd say Webull. You can use TOS. You can use TradeStage. You have a bunch of platforms, but I do like to use Webull. Okay. You can use, there's a ton of brokers, but I would highly recommend getting off Robinhood. Okay, get off that Robinhood. Okay, guys, make sure to like the video. Let's get the likes up. We have 170 plus people in the chat, 48 likes. Take a minute, scroll to the bottom of the page and hit the like button. Let's get to 100 likes before 10:30. Let's get to 100 likes before 10:30. Okay, 100 likes before 10:30. That's the goal. We'll do the giveaway. Beautiful job, Lynn. Stopped out Nvidia. Good, good, good. I respect your stops. Walmart, 30%. Beautiful job, Lambish. Respect your stops. Okay? Tremendous job, guys. If you're going to learn one thing beyond our team, is just respecting stops. Respecting our stops. We get stopped out. Okay, that's fine. The reason is because we know there's going to be a get back. It's not just a one and done. We have to be right this time, and the fate of humanity is on this trade. It's not like that. If that's the case, then okay, ride that thing to the very end. Okay? It's just, hey, you know what? There's gonna be more. So let me okay, I'll get stopped out here. But since my mindset is so abundant, I can't just fall in love too much and marry this singular position. There's more out there. If it's not working, okay, move to the side, on to the next one. Let's find what's working. All right, so that's very important that we don't fall in love with holding losers just for holding losers. If the setup is still there, still within risk, sometimes you do have to sit through back and forth. And it does turn out to be a loser. In that case, in that event, you just, okay, I'll take it on the chin. I'll look for another setup. Because you have a system. If you have a system, there will always be another setup coming up. Right? If there's no system, then you have to hold on to that trade for dear life because that might be the only thing you get. Okay? Because there's no way for you to replicate that type of opportunity or put yourself in that type of opportunity once again. Right? So when you start to adopt that line of thinking, then you're not too concerned of, hey, you know, okay, I just got stopped out. And you have to find one that works out. So tremendous job, guys. And everyone's making that adjustment. He who trades and runs away lives to trade another day. 100%. Why get off Robinhood? Just limited execution. You can use Robinhood. If you like Robinhood, if you're a Robinhood wizard, fine, that's good. But there's other options out there where you can have more insight and quicker execution. I know Robinhood has a couple of rules where you can't trade. I believe it's the first 15 minutes of the day you can't trade, right? And you can't. There's lots of rules out there. So that might not be the best platform. It's a great platform to get started, right? But please, someone confirm in the chat. I know there's a rule on Robinhood on what times you can trade. If someone does have Robinhood. So that's what Shockwave comes into play, guys. Shockwave is a system. Okay, so no 0 DTEs from 9:30 to 9:45. Yeah, so if you're a wizard with your broker, by all means. But what I would say is at least have three brokers. Okay, at least have 3 brokers. Don't just be a one broker and that's it. Okay, there's no matter of fact they incentivize you to open these brokers, right? They'll give you a better rate on your capital just sitting there than a bank. So you can use the brokers as an account. And some of the brokers, they even give you a card. Okay? So it's better than, to me, brokers are better than banks nowadays because of the flexibility that they have. Okay? So again, have multiple brokers. Have one for your scalping, one for your long term, one for your buy and hold. All right, so don't just use one broker for everything. TOS is a really good one. Yeah, the main thing is when you're scalping, you need maneuverability. You need maneuverability. And the way you're going to grade your broker, okay, I would say, is from the time you see something on the chart, how quickly and how many clicks does it take you to buy the contract, and how many clicks does it take you to sell the contract? That's the number one question if you're a scalper. Because as a scalper, you're indexing, you need speed. Speed is everything. Right? You need speed. So if there's 3-4 clicks you got to take before you enter and exit a position, that can be too late. Right? That's why I like Webull's Turbo Trader setup. Right? It's just one click. Boom. One click in, one click out. So it's a matter of seconds. And the fact that it takes lots of buttons to click to exit your position sometimes can build frustration. All right. So say if I'm a new trader and I'm trading, I'm up 20%. I want to take profit. And it takes me 3 buttons. I have to click this button, click this button, click this button. Right? You start to get overwhelmed. And it starts to move. You don't get filled. And it starts to move. You try to get filled. You got to put another order, cancel. Turns into a big mess. Right? So speed of execution has to be there, right? And it takes practice, and it takes a favorable, user-friendly broker. Right? With the ones that don't have the quick execution, you can use them for trades or things that don't require quick execution. Right? So for my long term I use Fidelity. I don't need quick execution on Fidelity. Right? I can you just buy and just leave it there. But especially for scalping, especially for intraday trading, especially trading those shorter dated contracts, those appreciations and depreciations take place in a matter of minutes, sometimes in a matter of seconds. So it's very important. Webull has a monthly. I think they have like Webull Plus. All right. To be honest, I don't have Webull Plus. All right. I haven't tried it. They've gave me a promo to try it, but I haven't tried it yet. Okay, so we're starting to break that trend line support. First shift took 3 trades. Nice trade on SPY, double-digit extraction. Stopped out on Walmart once, came back in. And then I was able to extract profits there on Walmart. $36%. Beautiful job, John. Again, guys, for those of you looking to join the community, for those of you looking for a system, I would say Shockwave is the best place to start. All right, so in this case on SPY, again, there's a ton of setups we can trade without Shockwave. All right, so it's not just standalone Shockwave alone. That's one tool. Just think of yourself as a tradesman or a tradesperson. All right, you have different tools in your tool belt. That's what your setups are. You have different tools. You have a drill. You have a hammer. You have a nail gun. Okay, you have a saw. Right, so over time, what you'll start to do is you start to put these different setups, aka tools, in your tool belt to be a better and more equipped tradesman to take advantage of the best opportunities in front of you. So when you start to collect all the tools, now you have to know when to use those tools and how to use the tools. Okay? But first, of course, you have to learn how to use it. And then now you have to learn when to use it. Okay? So if that's the only trade on SPY, guys, we'll take that. Hasn't been too many trades on SPY available past couple of, I'd say last week and this week. Yesterday we were able to get one in on SPY. Okay, we've been on a side quest. Walmart. You don't take profit, market will. Gravitation back towards that 9. Nvidia. Possible retest on Nvidia brewing. I want to see Nvidia reclaim those highs if it can. I'll be there for Nvidia. Let me take a look at where the Qs are. Matter of fact, before I do take the Nvidia, okay, I want to see if the Qs can hold that VWAP. So positive interaction off VWAP. Nvidia is good to go for that reclaim. Negative interaction, Nvidia, no bueno. So we need that VWAP to hold. Either to hold on the Qs or reclaim that VWAP. If it starts to break down, then Nvidia can still go, but it's going to be a solo mission on Nvidia's side. Nvidia's target is 214. I'll look at the 215s. Keep in mind, Nvidia does report earnings are a little later, but contracts are a little elevated. Okay, I'll take Nvidia right there. I'm in Nvidia. I'm in the Nvidia calls. See if the Qs can hold. It looked like they wanted to hold. Might have been a little pump fake there. Ideally, I wanted to stay above this risk. So but if the Qs start to take off the VWAP, it gives Nvidia a chance. So no shockwave yet on Nvidia for the second go. First attempt did go. Right, did go. Okay, did go. Okay, Nvidia's down 4 or 5%. So I want that view up to hold on the Qs. Nvidia stopped 211.81. Could have waited a couple minutes to see whether there was an official break, but that's okay. My stop is right there. Don't like how the Qs are starting to fade there. About a 10-15% stop. See if the Qs can recover. See that, a nice little fake out there. I want that 90 EMA to hold. It's being put to the test on the 5 on Nvidia. So at this point, it's just a matter of letting it play out, right? So I already defined the risk, allocated the risk. So it's just a matter of letting it play out. If the Qs can course correct off the VWAP, that's going to give us what we need. Ideally, if SPY can bounce off that level there, get above that daily open, that can give us a boost of confidence as well. I like that tweezer bottom forming on the Qs. We still have a minute and some change left, so I want to see those wicks hold. If these 2 wicks can hold, that can possibly be some signs of relief. If not, if it doesn't hold, then it's not good for Nvidia. Okay, currently down 5% on Nvidia. It is official second shift. First shift took 3 trades. First trade of second shift is Nvidia. 15-minute candle on Nvidia still inside. Qs are getting dumped here. Q is getting dumped. You can see that 15-minute candle on Nvidia. So basically I want this to hold. So this is it. This is the level. That 211.81. 211.81. Because now since we're inside, we break that level on Nvidia, then we start to we start to sell off. We continue that sell off, and we break above here. We start to go the other way, possibly push back at 213.65. So I want to see if Nvidia can absorb the selling. We do have a potential break brewing on SPY here. All right, so rule out that double bottom first. I mean, if SPY is going to break down, that's not going to be favorable for Nvidia. All right, sometimes if the environmental conditions start to go against you, you can be proactive in your stop. Or you can say, hey, you know what? Okay, it's not lining up. See, we get shockwave on SPY. Nvidia down 10. All right, coming into it, this is first a grab of those lows. Okay, see if we can get that clear close below it. SPY's near the lows of the day. Qs are below VWAP. Nvidia about to get stopped. About a 15% stop. I'll close Nvidia right there. So stopped out on Nvidia, 15%. Okay, so stopped out on Nvidia, 15%. Gave it a shot. Couldn't get anything going there. Okay, and the fact that market context shifted so quickly. All right, nice breakdown there on SPY. That's what also led it to that decision as well. All right, just give you a little bit of room. If you waited for the ripple here, if you waited all day, it finally came in. So good stop on Nvidia. All right, the fact that Qs couldn't hold, that was a tell. That was a tell. And now look at Nvidia. Once it broke that 211.81, starting to sell off aggressively here. SPY's below the lows of the day. Look how cruel this was, guys. We get above those highs. We get above that daily downside breaker, and in the jaws of that gap, and we start to completely break down. So good stop on Nvidia. To give you some context, if I decide to hold Nvidia, right, those contracts are now 140. So 140. My average fill is 189. Right. So again, once you get stopped out, you get stopped out. Nice little retrace reject. You can see that nice retrace reject right there. If you took the shockwave right there, it even gave you that nice retrace reject. All right, that might have been worth waiting for. %40 on SPX. Beautiful job, shockwave once again. Good, good, good. Now we might see we're back at 710, team. We're back at 710. We're back at 710. Back like we never left. So the shockwave indicator only gave one trade on SPY today. Okay, it said take the puts, 1036. Your risk right there, and now it's about to go to 710. Anyone catch that? If you did, beautiful job. I was babysitting Nvidia. That was a good cut on Nvidia. And we can kind of see that everything started to fall off a cliff, right? If we go back, right? So if I gave it an extra minute, maybe saying, hey, you know what? Let's see if the Qs can hold that VWAP, right? Knowing that it was kind of failing that VWAP, but wanted to see if I can get the front around that position. But just giving that extra minute, you can see how market context is very, very key. And this is a nice breakdown, team. This is a nice breakdown. Okay, this is a solid breakdown. Q's breaking down as well. Q's breaking down as well. Let's just zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. SPY's chart. We get that retrace reject. We break below that 711.12. Okay, 711.33, 711.12, and now we're at that 710. 711.33, 712, 58 territory, and now we're at that 710. So from 710, do we start going towards 50% retrace of the weekly, or do we head back towards 711.33, 712, 58 territory? Okay, that was a nice retrace reject. So broke with that level, came back into it, rejected off of it. That's why the game plan stream, guys, is very, very important. Again, guys, for those of you who ask about the community, you can go to smartactiontrain.com, okay, smartactiontrain.com, and join the community. Or you can scan the codes on the screen. Okay, when you join the community, that's our premium community. That's our SPY Strikers community. You have access to all the tools and resources. Tools, resources, live trading, pre-market prep stream, trade ideas, delay-free, ad-free trading. Okay, all that is available to you. Use the code. Use the code April. All right. So when those spots are filled up for the month of April, they're filled up. We're only taking a limited amount of students, guys. So that's how you do join. SPY's coming to that PML. Anyone catch this beautiful drop? The thing with this drop is not only did it drop, but it came back for that retest as well. So even if it dropped, right, since that signal came in all the way here, it came in and gave that retest and then went lower. So during this drop, the best thing I did was babysit Nvidia. SoFi down 6%. The runners on SoFi down 6%. Shockwave on the Qs. Okay, make sure to like the video, guys. Let's get the likes up on YouTube. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Let's get to 100 likes. We'll do the giveaway there. We have 160 plus people, 62 likes, guys. So take a minute and smash the like button. Okay, take a minute and smash the like button. Beautiful job, Hussein. Beautiful job, John. And again, it's the power of taking profits. All right, Shockwave says scale out right at that 710 territory. If you don't understand the 710, you're not going to see this coming. If you understand the 710, you can use the 710 as your target. Because if you've been trading with us, you know what kind of interaction we had with 710. Okay, for the past 2 weeks. 710 is a very highly contested level. A lot of back and forth. It's hard to get below it and go further. It's hard to get above it and go further. Of course, we made that all-time high. We made that nice push above 715. And 2 days later, we revisit it. Beautiful job, Firefly. Here's the 3 targets. No FOMO. Okay, so some of you might be done for the day, guys. If you're done, be done. Okay, if you are done, be done. Below 710, beautiful job, Ashok. Anyone else catch that nice little drop? So let's go back to Nvidia, okay? Let's go break down the Nvidia trade. So this is a little bit of a modification, okay? Modification meaning I wanted to see there's a nice push above here. Okay, so what I'd like to give you a little context, okay? So the Qs at VWAP right there, and the price was right there. Okay, so what I was looking to see is if the Qs can have a positive reaction off the VWAP. Okay, and if they have that positive reaction off that VWAP, then Nvidia will present that trade opportunity above 213.12 to the upside. Okay, a little before the retest the call trigger here. So it starts to go. Okay, so I just got the break, no real confirmation there, just a little break, but I was confident in it. Okay, so in this case, I know where my risk is, so it's not just arbitrary risk, and I have a little bit of context risk. So as it starts to go, okay, the Qs bounce a little bit and they start to fall. When they start to fall, Nvidia starts to fall, but not as much. And then the SPY starts to fall, and the Qs fall gets a little aggressive. Then I come to my stop. Okay, stop is right there. Okay, 15% stop. Okay, wrong on my assessment. Okay, but guess what? This is why it's important to be don't be wrong for long. So do you want to get stopped out at 15%, or do you want to be wrong for 60%? Okay, that's the difference. Because 15% is easier to recover than 60%. All right, the recoverability. Okay, so that was the last trade on Nvidia. Okay, now do we start trending back the downside? Right? Do we start to wave to the downside? That 6,710 is right there. So again, that's gonna be tough. So you get that drop below it. Clear separation. We have PML below us at 709.45. 709.45. So I'm going to have another shockwave training this Saturday, guys. Another shockwave training. Okay, we can do more back testing on the shockwave. I will release that. I'm going to give the SoFi 10% stop. Okay, I already extracted the majority yesterday for 20% plus. Trying to see if I could get. There's a lot of time on these runners, right? But the only issue is earnings. Okay, if it was well in profit during earnings, then I'll hold it through earnings. But if it's already negative, right? So the earnings can either add insult to injury to the runners, or they can rescue the runners. So now the question becomes, which is the bigger danger? All right, insult to injury. Okay, so we'll talk about how to get Shockwave, how to join the community at 11:30. If we do have 100 likes by then, we'll do the giveaway. Okay, let's see if we can at least get to 100, guys. At least get to 100. Meta going the other way. Full circle moment for Meta. Walmart going the other way. Walmart back to VWAP. So again, it's just been a see profit, take profit day, right? If you had profit and you sat in that profit, it can would quickly vanish. Quickly vanish. IW continues to push lower. 10% Walmart back the other side. Beautiful job, Carlos. I was in a SPY put, but my Weibo desktop froze. Had to force quit. Huh. That has not happened to me. It has happened before a long time ago, but it hasn't happened recently. I would say probably over. Maybe it happened once during our stream. Maybe I would say once. I give it once or twice. Okay. So if you're looking for the mean reversion, it's basically recapture these lows. But first thing is you have to get back above that level, that opening range low. All right. So if you're a trend trader, if you're just trading the trend, okay, one of the techniques is 5 for 5 synchronized selling, hammer on the shooter on the 5. Off of a key level, off of EMA, synchronized selling. That'd be a great way to get involved. Since we're selling off, if you want to be a trend trader, you're looking for compression breaks. All right. Only issue is we're at this notorious 710 level. All right. If you haven't been tuning in last week, you'll have no context on what the 710 level is. But if you were tuning last week and the week before, you'll understand, okay, what the 710 level is about. Right. It caused a lot of frustration for a lot of traders. Just whips on that area. Okay, Q's shockwave. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's take a listen to free CNBC here. I'm gonna go for a quick early coffee refill today. Coca-Cola rises.
Of a bit of a reversal and
okay, we'll be right back, guys. Give me 1 second.
Growth driver. Those with a stronger brand. Sprite has also emerged as the #1 brand connected to Gen Z. Apparently there's this crazy trend on TikTok about putting tea bags in Sprite, and that's like a whole thing with Sprite tea. So they're actually going to be launching a Sprite tea in Asia on the back of that. On the broader state of consumers, Braun told me, quote, overall the consumer's engaged and resilient. We continue to see that the low-income consumer feels the pressure. That's nothing new. Therefore, he said, the approach that we have, more affordable options, more innovations, mini cans, for instance, that's working, meeting the consumer where they are, but hasn't really seen any change in consumer behavior globally as a result of the war yet or on oil prices. They hedge their costs, so no real concern there around inflation. And just overall, kind of a port in the storm in many ways when it comes to both, consumer overall, but particularly consumer staples with this kind of strong volume growth. They're still getting some pricing power and broad strength really across the portfolio. This is his first earnings quarter as CEO. I said, what's different about you? What are we going to learn? And we'll learn that more as we hopefully talk to him in the coming months. But he said, we're going to be even more consumer centric. And what that means is we're going to test more products and be more quick and agile when it comes to innovations hitting the market. That's a big change under James Quincy, the prior CEO. And now he's going to speed that up even more as they try to, keep up with these fast-moving consumer trends.
Yeah, we talked on the first hour of Squawk on the Street with Jim as well, just about the consistency of their performance.
Okay. Nice little breakdown back below 710. Nice breakdown, shockwave on the Qs. Puts printing 100%. Well, right at that PML. Okay, right at that PML. See, we got a response off that PML back to 710. 15-minute, we are seeing a nice little sell at 3 15-minute candles consecutively. Nice little response off from the bulls off that PML on SPY. Okay, as the indexes start to dump, guess what? Walmart's starting to pump. What a drop on Tesla. If you took Tesla to the upside, good extraction. So in this area, all right, inverse head and shoulder watch. If these are going to be the lows. Okay, we have that left, we have that right. That PML, getting that nice little bounce. So even this breakdown, guys, you have room from 710 to PML. That's the operating room. That's your space to operate. We're starting to see the Dow starting to push here. So Walmart's starting to catch a bid back to the upside. Walmart's now back above VWAP. Okay. So what was going on in the pre-market now is taking place once again. All right. SPY Q selling off. Dow's starting to try to push higher. Anyone catch this nice little drop for a quick scalp into PML? If you did, good, good, good. 36% on 709 puts. Beautiful job, Jake. Let me check back on SoFi. I want to see where SoFi is. Swing trading is good, but sometimes what you realize is it's a good compliment, but the returns you see in swings, you can see intraday. Okay, so SoFi is starting to break down here. I have my stop here on SoFi right there. If we break these lows, I'll move it to there. And we close below there, then I'll part ways there. On SoFi. Beautiful job, Rick. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Anyone else? Anyone else riding the puts? Good stop out, Jimmy. Good stop out, Hussein. Beautiful job. There's a nice breakdown here. There's a structural break. 15. A lot of selling left on the 15. All right, 15 continues to go. 15 is clean. You're taking the EV ride lower with Tesla. Beautiful job. Again, 710, guys. Look at this. The 710 is just notorious. Okay. 710 is notorious. %100% on SPY puts. Beautiful job, Jimmy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. 35% Palantir. Palantir might be, there might be some more room on Palantir. Amazon is holding VWAP. So if we start to bounce off these lows, team, if we start to get a relief pop off of these lows on SPY and the Qs, Amazon is still holding VWAP. We might see Amazon peak back above 260.35. Okay, because Amazon is still holding its strength. Amazon is still holding its strength. Let me show you. So shockwave on Amazon comes in, breaks, TP2 hit off that retest. So if we start to see a nice little pop bounce off these lows, we can start to see Amazon try to push the upside after it came into that VWAP and tested VWAP. $9.88 test coming up. Okay, where's my chart? Like, so buyers are piling in off that PML. Okay, so keep a close eye on that inverse. We'll keep a close eye there. As long as those lows hold up. If we're going to take that rejection off that 9, let's see if we can at least come into this territory, get a little deeper into the 9, come into these highs there, and I want to get a shooter on the 5. simultaneous, synchronized across all of them. The Qs did go to scale out. The only issue is the 710. The 710. And if you are done for the day, guys, don't get into the mood of trade. Right? Pick your spots, take your opportunities, and be done for the day. By no means are these easy conditions to navigate. So if you're able to catch a couple of winners, all right, that might be as good as it gets. Okay, that might be as good as it gets. What a breakdown on Meta. Meta, beautiful breakdown. Full circle moment on Meta. When I say full circle moment, I mean it takes out both sides and provides at least a scale out. So Meta provides a scale out and Meta provides a TP. So via Shockwave, you can catch this piece for the calls. And you can catch this piece for the puts. Okay, so I want to see shooters here. Across the board. On the Qs and SPY. Same kind of setup we took earlier. So that inverse head and shoulders bulls are trying to use that. We got that low, we got this low, we got this low there. Neckline being this level there. Okay. 15, we got a nice hammer on the 15. Off to the races. So you saw that head and shoulder, what it looks like in real time. That PML bounce, okay, it's driving us back to that VWAP. Same thing as earlier, team. Same thing as earlier on SPY. Same setup, different location. Looking at the SPY puts, once we get that confirmed, selling back the downside. Looking at the 710s. I want that shooter to hold for the next minute or so. See if we can go. Okay, if you want to go early with that 1 minute combo, you can go. Okay, we got that signal as well coming up. And look how that candle stalls. Okay, so you go on one more little push. So this 5 minute candle still half-life. All right, still has some time left on it. We did go 15-minute reversal. So I'm trying to anticipate that fail to up. So let's see if that can last and stay as a shooter. Simultaneous, I want the Qs to do the same thing. I want SPY to do the same thing. Preferably the Dow can go up because we understand the dynamic of the relationship. And IWM to do the same thing as well. Okay, so IWM, Qs, and SPY, if they're all kind of moving in sync, if they can start to break, they get a shooter on the 5, there can be something there. Signal engine is trying to process here. No risk reward box yet. It's a critical area here because we know this is resistance. So if buyers do try to come in, they got to come in aggressively to break that resistance for that breakout. Is this 1 minute candle frozen or what? You see it just stalls there. Again, the issue is 710. Okay, so 710 is right there. Teleportation on that candle. Okay, so you get that nice little break below it. Okay, I'll take it right there. I'll take the puts on SPY. The risk is right here. Okay, I'm going to SPY puts. See if I can drive that to 710. Okay. If you did take that, manage accordingly. Contracts are up 8%. Things do get erratic at 710, in the 710 area. So keep that in mind. All right, so I want this 5-minute candle just to close right there. Okay, that 5-minute setup is not here yet. So in the meantime, there's an early entry into the 5. I want that 5-minute candle to become a shooter and then break those lows in the next few seconds. The closer it is to those lows, the better it's going to be. Okay, now break this 710.46. We should be good. We can be good to go. Okay, so get that break below those lows. Risk is up there. Did see 8. Okay, did see 8. So if you already scalped out of that, good, good, good. If you're still holding, just know where your risk is. I want to see a break below 710.46. Qs are starting to break beautifully. Good, good, good. Qs go, go, go. SPY, see if SPY can go as well. There's 1-minute chart on SPY. Very, very laggy, very low volume, guys. I'm using that 5. Okay. Thank you very much, SPY. Taking majority off right there. Okay, at 12. Okay, gonna play it safe. I'm taking majority off right there at 12. Is this 1-minute chart? Okay, holding runners on SPY. Took profits at 12 already. Okay, sniper scalping. I don't know what's going on with this chart, team. But I am looking at SPY here on the side screen. Okay, it is up 8%. If you did take that, manage accordingly. If you took profits already, good, good, good. Up 14. Let these riders run. Let these runners run. 710 again is going to give us issues. Synchronized selling once again, guys. Second trade on SPY. There you go, SPY. There we go, SPY. Up 24. Take some more off right there at 22. Thank you very much. Who took that? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. For some reason, this chart is frozen on SPY. For some reason. 30% on SPY. Let's go, team. Let's go, team. Only the 5-minute works, it looks like. This chart is completely frozen. All right, but our other chart's working, okay? 34%. Who's in this? There we go. 36. There we go. Scale out. Close it right there. 32 at 710. Beautiful. 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 Okay, if you're still holding below 710, so you get that break below it, has room to that PML, but it needs to get past 710, okay? Okay, last cut, 30+%. So this shooter, all right, shooter for the short. Shooter for the short, synchronized selling, back to back. Same setup, different levels. Scale out if you need to on a shockwave. This is an issue on TradingView's end. Massive gap there. There we go, team. Beautiful job, beautiful job, beautiful job. Beautiful, 30 points, beautiful, done for the day, beautiful. Let's go, beautiful. Great job, Firefly. You're getting used to a Firefly. All right, you're starting to get used to Shockwave, and it's awesome to see 40%. I got the tippy top of that one. Beautiful job, Doctor. Again, be careful at 710, guys. All right, 710, things can get a little erratic. All right, so didn't want to mess with that too much. Okay, so today 2 trades on SPY. Both trades on SPY worked out beautifully. Took 2 trades on Walmart. And stopped out on one worked in our favor. And then stopped out on Nvidia. All right, that was a nice SPY trade, guys. So SPY is not giving those opportunities like it was a few weeks ago. Okay, we have to be very, very patient. We have to be very, very patient. So in the meantime, you can use a little less size and go elsewhere and learn to trade those individual tickers. Only if you have your self-control under control. Meaning you're getting good at not chasing things. You're getting good at not over trading, right? You're starting to contain those things. Right? Because I don't want you to start delving into individual tickers and that magnifies a current issue you may be facing. Because if you start to put these individual tickers into if you start taking these individual tickers into consideration, what's going to end up happening is if you don't have the FOMO side of things under control, it can start just to create more FOMO. Okay, so ease your way into these multiple tickers, guys. All right, so nice short there. Okay, confirmation from Shockwave. If you take Shockwave, compensated. Context is important as well. We know 710 is right there, so we use 710 as our ultimate TP. But guess what? Shockwave also says scale out here. Okay. Beautiful job, Firefly. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely, Lambish. We have the best team, guys. It's awesome to see the kind of community we're cultivating. Everyone is hyper focused, hyper dedicated, and they're more than willing to share the ideas and help one another out, guys. This is truly, this is warfare. Okay, this is warfare via capital. Okay, so good. Done for the day. Beautiful job on YouTube. If Trump spoke about Kimmel, less time speaking about himself. Is Trump speaking, guys? I completely did not take that into account. Yeah, he's speaking, guys. King Charles III. Okay. All right, so Taco Tuesday.
And excuse me if you don't mind. That's a record we won't be able to match, darling. I'm sorry. Just not going to work out that way. We'll do well, but we're not going to do that well. 63 years. And my mother, I just see it so clearly. She loved.
Absolutely, Carlos. So who's done for the day? I want to see done for the days, guys. I want to see done for the days. Okay, I don't want you guys to hang out too long. Give back some of those profits. By no means are these easy conditions to trade. Okay, but there are mechanisms in place that you can utilize to navigate accordingly. Done for the day. Beautiful job, Firefly.
She really did love the family, but I also remember her saying very clearly, Charles, look, young Charles, he's so cute.
Beautiful job, Brian. Beautiful job, Ashok. Okay, good. Again, why is 710 our TP, ultimate TP? We have to respect that 710 territory. Because now that inverse head and shoulder is starting to really play out. Right, it's really starting to hold. Okay, left head, right, off that 710. Downward compression. Do we have enough fuel now to break this and continue to push higher? Okay. Today was all about the shooter for the short, key zone, synchronized selling. Both setups were identical. The only difference was how we interact with those levels. This we actually reclaimed it, but we didn't believe the reclaim because that's a retrace reject area. Once we fell below, we took a short. Same thing here. This time we came into that territory. Even if our put trigger here wasn't here from shockwave, right? That was also a good setup from a price action standpoint. We have a shooter price action. We are below the VWAP, we're below the 9 EMA, okay? And we break those levels and we break those lows, and it provides that opportunity. Does it go all the way to the floor? No. There's a couple of obstacles. One being 710, one being pre-market low. 710 is too strong. So that was the last TP there. Okay. So shockwave today on SPY gave you two signals. Okay, one for TP and more, and one for scale out. So 2R, 1R, 3R. Let's continue to listen.
And I am very certain that it will continue that way long into the future. In a few hours, His Majesty will stand in the heart of the United States Capitol as the very first British king ever to address a joint session of the United States Congress. So he's going to be addressing Congress, and I'm going to be watching. I was thinking of going, but they said, I don't know. That might be a step too far. I would love to go. It's not supposed to be protocol, but I would love to be with you. But there, the direct descendant of King George III will speak to the direct successor of the very body that gathered in Independence Hall on July 4th, 1776. If John Adams and George Washington, or the King's fifth great-grandfather, could see that sight, they might be absolutely shocked, but probably only for a moment.
Absolutely, Brenda. We're here to support you guys. Accounts, large accounts, small accounts, whatever you're looking to overcome. Okay, we have a supportive community to help you overcome that. Okay, and that is what this is turning into, guys. Just an awesome, supportive community, and that's one thing that's hard to control. Sometimes you can't control the kind of community you cultivate because you can't choose who gets in there, right? It's just who wants to get in gets in. But through the process, right, we're attracting, right, the right kind of people, right? And right does not mean that you have everything together. That's not what it means. Right means, okay, you're intentional in the things you want to do. Right doesn't mean you've been training for 20 years and you're a wizard. Okay, it just means you have that. Your intentions, okay, are to start your journey or continue your journey on the path of profitability. That's what right means. And when you get a bunch of people like that with that kind of intention and are dedicated to the craft, this is what we get. So it's also awesome to see us continue to grow in that way. Let's continue to listen.
Of all mankind, Your Majesties, thank you once again for making this important visit. We are so honored. May God forever bless the United Kingdom, Great Britain, and Northern Ireland, and may God bless
4-hour wick, Jimmy. Let me take a look at that.
of America. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. 710, the infamous 710. Let's go to the 4-hour. Yes, 4-hour got a nice little doji off that 710. 4-hour still has 41 minutes left. This 4-hour flip takes place at 12 o'clock.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able for the conclusion of the ceremony and departure of the official party.
If you take a look at the 1-hour team, let me close this up. close that out. You can see on the 1 hour we're inside. All right, indecisive. If we just take a look at the previous couple of hours, okay, the wicks tell us the story. The wicks are history. All right, just think of it like this: if you're thinking from a history perspective, right? The wicks tell us what happened, but the open and the close tell us how it started and how it ended. But sometimes what happened in between is just as important as how something started and how it ended, right? So it tells us here every time sellers try to push price below 710, by the end of the hour they drove it back up. Buyers drove it back up above 710. Same thing, they drove it back up. Now we're at a standstill. Previous to that, we saw this take place. Buyers try to push price above 712.58. They tried. By the end of that hour, they got pushed back lower, giving us a nice little doji / shooter type of candle. So now what it tells you is we're jammed in this area. So we have willing buyers, willing sellers. So we're caught in between. So until one party overthrows the other, we're going to just remain where we are here. Right? On top of that, during this hour, there's no decision yet. All right, we're almost halfway through this hourly candle. We're still inside that hourly range. All right, so in between, traders get caught up and they become the casualty of war. Okay, so very, very important. Go with the victor. Try to see who the victor is. Align yourself with the victor. So in this case, there's no victor at this particular point. All right, it's up for grabs. The war started again. Back and forth. All right. This flag right here, doctor, if that can break, only issue is when it comes into 710, can you get some follow through below it? All right, because it's like technical standpoint, yeah, beautiful breakdown. But this right here, that's the deterrent. Right? You can just go boom, back up. Right? I can get back below it and back up. So that 710 is the issue. Okay, 710 is the issue. We thought we were done with 710, but it came back. Came back. Okay. Again, guys, make sure to like the video. We only have 74 likes. Let's get the likes up. Let me refresh. All right. We're closing in on 5K subs. Help us get there. The goal is to get there by the end of the month. All right. So if you haven't subscribed yet, still 65% of the people who tune in are not subscribed. We have anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 people tuning every day. Right. And we're unable to crack 150 likes. All right, so make sure to do your part. Okay, if you're enjoying the information, okay, apply the principles of reciprocity. All right, so you get something, you give a like. If you enjoy it, you give a thumbs up, you subscribe. All right, do not be a freeloader. All right. 9% plus dividend where you are in the bank. If you're a first-time viewer, throw one in the chat, guys. We always have first-time viewers. Let us know where you're joining from. Still babysitting so far here. Still babysitting so far. So the chat is actually leaning bearish, about a 60-40 lean. Appreciate it, Lambish. Who's done for the day on Google Meets? Who's done for the day, guys? Okay, back that hourly candle. This is the hourly candle. Okay. This is the 15-minute candle within the hour. This is the hourly range. If you are going to make a case for some bullish activity, you can associate that with this break of this trend line. At some point in time, if we're going to make a push higher, okay, we're going to have to take this path. Okay, so it could be, this could be, the next one could be rejection, but eventually, this is the path we have to take. This is, it has to be associated with this trend line. All right, so this trend line is going to be the primary thing you're going to pay attention to if you're looking for a breakout back the upside. Okay, if we continue to sell off, okay, if we can establish control back below 710 and continue to sell off, right, this is critical, team, because we have this 50% retrace to weekly. If we give this up, bearish case, okay, if we give this up, now that 3 down candle awaits. So the bulls need to do everything they can to protect this price. Therefore, this is an area we can see a nice little bounce off of. Appreciate it, Lambish. Okay. Let's highlight some of our team members, guys. Tremendous job today. That's starting to break down. That nice little flag. Okay, a nice little compression is starting to break down. Can we hold below 710? Can we hold below 710? At least for an entire 5 minutes. So 2 5-minute candles. Let's say 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, just remember who told you when you're rich. Send up my auto buy now. We'll start to alert for dips. Red hammer, just candlesticks. All right, so candlesticks. For those of you who are joining the Discord, guys, you want to start off here. I emphasize the importance of education. Okay, education is the most important part. XOM starting to pump. Sometimes these alerts are hit or miss. Thank you for the alert. I put an alert this morning on XOM. Didn't go off. XOM is starting to wake up. XOM is starting to wake up. That was one of our watches back the upside this morning. Okay. See if we can continue to dump and the sentiment on crude can start to shift to the upside. XOM is above that PMH. So here's XOM. XOM here, team, guys, broke above that weekly upside breaker. Okay, broke above that weekly upside breaker. Okay, now has a little room to go. If you took the weekly upside breaker break, of course, you're in for the win. But if you're taking something, an extension of that break, that would be what the shockwave would be. Still has a little room to go. Still has a little room to go into that 152.51, 152.94 territory. So about a 45 to 50 cent runway into that area. But if it goes all the way, it could be upwards of 90 cents. Okay, so XOM, let's see if we get a nice little some signs of life there on XOM. While we take a look at XOM. So these were the names for today: Apple, Walmart, XOM, Nvidia, and of course SoFi. We're babysitting SoFi. So far today, that sectors are holding up. XLE is the only thing that's up. Or the biggest winners, XLE and XLP. So if XOM can hold that, we'll be good to go. Walmart coming back to VWAP. Let's keep a close eye on that. I want to see a hold on XOM. I want to see that risk reward box printed. The biggest danger here on XOM is a double top. So this would be our lotto for the day. Want to see a clear hold above that. And we'll be done after that, okay? Okay, let the engine do the heavy lifting. Meta, nice breakdown on Meta. Amazon still holding VWAP. If I'm looking at XOM, I'm looking at XOM. I'm looking at the XOM does report earnings this week on Friday. XOM does report earnings. We do have a bit of a call skew on XOM, so we'll keep an eye on it. Look at SPY, guys. Piano keys at 610. New shift here. So last shift we took one trade. That trade worked in our favor. Actually took two trades. It was the Nvidia we got stopped out, and then we caught SPY to the downside for a nice gain. So XOM, I'm looking at the little spready here. Looking at the 150s. And this is May 1st. Or the 155s. 155s would be a little more friendly. On XOM, May 1st. Okay. Let's see if we get a nice little push on XOM. See if we can hold there. Okay, we'll take XOM here. A little spready, but that's fine. Okay, I'm in the XOM calls. 155s. So with those spreads, the break even is basically where it is now. Okay. So XOM, I'll let that ride out. In this case, I would like the indexes to dump. So a lotto for today is the XOM calls. Right, again, if you got a better fill, guys, try to get in the middle of the bid. Okay, try to get the middle of the bid would be the best way. I just take the ask, so. Okay, hit TP, finally hit TP1. Okay, it took forever, but hit TP1. Okay, there we go, XOM. The fact that market is dumping can be favorable. So this eventually hit TP1, but look how long it took to create that separation away from 710. Okay, XOM is starting to go. So contracts that are a little further dated. Great reminder, Turbo. Okay, they're not gonna move as quickly. Okay, so they're not gonna move as quickly. So keep that in mind. Okay, they're not gonna move as quickly. Okay, so XOM. Average fill. So you got a good fill, Ashok. My fill is 147. So a beautiful fill for you. That's a great fill. So my break-even point will probably be this area here. Okay, where I paid those contracts will be like right there. So. XOM, scale out or hit TP. And don't take XOM. If you did, good, good, good. If you didn't, don't chase. XOM calls. So I'm gonna modify my stop to this PMH, guys. Okay, so I'm not gonna have my stop as at a complete 1R because my entry is not right there. My entry is a little higher, so I'll move the stop to that PMH. Okay. So as long as this 15-minute continues to run on XOM, that'd be good. You can see on the side screen here. Okay, if SPY continues to push lower, that's going to be favorable for XOM. Did you take that breakdown, Doctor? If you did, great job on being patient, right? Seeing it, being patient through that 7, 6, 7, 10. Not easy. A lot of piano keys here. Okay. A new 15-minute candle coming in about 10 minutes. So this 15-minute candle is 1/3 through its life. Okay, I want this candle to go candle over candle. If SPY can stay below 710, that can be another reason XOM can continue to push. Okay. A beautiful job, Jamila. Okay, manage accordingly. TP where you need to. Feel free to TP. Don't wait for me. Inverse cup and handle. Yep, I can see that with that nice little compression. Making a run in this downward compression here. Right. Inverse is brewing. 100%. Good call. Good call, Doctor. Okay, XOM. SPY's below 710. Okay, horse in the race in XOM. As long as XOM stays above 162.04, still has room. If you TP'd on XOM already, good, good, good. I'm going to move my stop to this 9. Okay. I'm going to use that 9, clear close below the 9. Okay, ExxonMobil, did you take calls? Okay, good, good, good. Jimmy, any resource recommend to learn about YouTube? There's one guy you can learn about. Good, good, good. Typhon, okay. Supply and demand. Qs are trying to wake up off that PML. Qs are trying to wake up off that PML. They're trying. They are trying. XOM is running. XOM. Go, go, go. If SPY reclaims 710, XOM can start to slide. So I want that 162.05 to hold. So this is SPY's attempt to reclaim 710 and try to put some pressure on this downward compression. Qs are trying to bounce off that PML, 654.48. We are seeing our first potential trying to form that shooter. If we get that rejection off 710, XOM ride to the upside. The upside train continues, okay? So ideally no breakout here of this downward compression on SPY will give XOM that breathing room it needs to continue to push. Okay, new 15-minute candle coming in 5 minutes or so. Right, so we're 2/3 through this 15-minute candle. So that's 710. You can use that 710 as an area to pay attention to XOM as well, lining those two things up. Okay. Again, guys, make sure to like the video on YouTube. Let's get the likes up. Make sure to like the video. Okay. All right, this 5-minute candle is critical. All right, this 5-minute candle will determine if we continue or if we see a 5-minute reversal. Continue above that 152.32. A potential 5-minute reversal on XOM back to downside below 152.14. Okay, so very important for us to pay attention. And that 15-minute candle is still forming, still has about 4 minutes left. Okay, so ideally in this case, I want us to get above that 152.32, continue to push higher. For us to continue to push higher, the ideal environment would be SPY reject off of this downward compression, stay below 710 territory. That would be favorable. If it starts to break out, more than likely ExxonMobil, XOM will start to see a nice little slide back below 152.14. Okay, so critical point here. Critical point. I'll move my NC to here, so at least break even. So no harm, no foul. Break even territory right there. Okay. And also understanding that I don't want that breakout. So as long as SPY doesn't break out and XOM doesn't get below that 152.05, I'll be there for it. But if SPY breaks out, then XOM gets below 152.05, then we'll be out of there. So if we can break above 152.32, that'd be great. That if you play 5-minute reversals below 152.14, so we'll see how this plays out. Okay, 15 minutes, has 2 minutes left. So let's see if we can get a nice little last couple of minutes strong rally on this 15-minute candle. And the same scenario would be available for us on the 15. Okay, so break above those highs. We continue, break back below these lows, 15-minute reversal potentially coming up. And my line in the sand would be here. Okay, back at 710. Qs are holding that 654.48, that PML. So put in the chat, guys, does SPY break out? Does SPY break out? Or does SPY break down? Does SPY break out or break down? SPY break out or break down? Let's see what the chat thinks. Okay. Breakout or breakdown on SPY. Okay, 5-minute reversal coming into play on XOM. 5-minute reversal coming into play. My NC is right here. So my line in the sand to exit this position is 152.05. Basically around break even. So no harm, no foul there. So no close below there. If we close below there, then I'll move to the side. So Exxon did present a TP, but not lotto worthy TP, but a TP nonetheless. All right, so I want no close below here. And again, the fact that the SPY is not able to break above that, okay, I can sit through it. Okay, I can sit through that 15-minute candle in the next 9 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. New 15-minute candle here. New 15-minute. New 5-minute. So this 5-minute candle, again, break those highs. We reverse that last candle. Break those lows. We continue that selling on that last candle. 15-minute break above that high of the day. That 15-minute buy up continues in pursuit of this resistance up here. Okay, let's zoom out just a little bit so you have some perspective. Okay. So in the meantime, my stop loss is break even here. Don't close below here. Okay, and that's it. If it closes below there, the sell-off on the 5 continues, then I'll get stopped out. I break even. No harm, no foul. So ideally, I want Exxon to treat this as a bounce. You can bounce off that, that'd be great. If it just slices and dices right through it, there'll be nothing there. So keep in mind, guys, when you're trading those further dated contracts, okay, those double-digit appreciations don't come as quickly as a 0 DTE. So these contracts are Friday's contracts. Okay. All right, if we get that close there, I'll close there on Exxon. I'll give it about a minute here or so. Seeing it right at break even. 0% exactly. Okay. 0% exactly. See if buyers can pick this thing back up. Let's see if they can pick this thing back up. If they can, good. If they can't, that's fine as well. Okay. I'll stop out there. Okay. I'm out there, break even, less than minus 1%. So Exxon did present a TP opportunity. Nothing at scale out, nothing at a 1 TP. I did modify my risk to break even, and then eventually got stopped out, less than 1%. Okay. So that will be the last trade of the day. All right. So 2 trades on SPY worked out beautifully for us. Trade on Nvidia stopped out. Trade on Exxon, break even. Trade on Walmart stopped out the first one. Second one worked in our favor. Okay. Again, guys, make sure to like the video. Let's get the likes up. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to subscribe. If your stop is a little wider, you can sit through that. As we did not break that 780, so 710. We did not break that 710. We are now. Let's see if we can get 950 subs. 4,950. We're almost there, guys. Okay. All right, SPY, nice rejection out 710. SPY, nice rejection out 710. Continues to sell off here. Continues to sell off. Exxon going back to test that 9, going back to test that initial call trigger. SPY, slow grind lower. All right, slow grind lower, just chewing up the clock. It's like the Bulls are in the lead, and it's the third quarter, and they're just running the ball. All right, football analogy. They're running the ball. Right, they're trying to get 3 yards at a time. Okay, get to second and short. And run it on third. And just keep running it, keep running it, keep running it. Okay. If you're looking to take Exxon, if we continue to sell off, hammer, all right? Hammer, hammer, hammer. Just know what your risk is. You can go 5 for 5. I will be done for the day. Chop salad, 100%. So if the Bulls want to do anything, they're going to have to address the elephant in the room. Okay, which is this major resistance, downward compression. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rejections. That's highly associated. That is highly correlated to this 710. All right. If you ask me, if I were to engineer a push to the upside, and I was running the algos, what I would look to do is, hey, you know what? Before we break it, let's come grab this, and then possibly go. All right. If I were in charge, that's what I would do. Because if they break it now, they can do whatever they want. The price can do whatever it wants. But that would be probably an inefficient move. All right, so grab with these lows. So despite this mess, team, despite this mess, the encouraging thing is, all right, Shockwave still gives you 2 opportunities. If you miss this one, you got this one. Okay, so despite the back and forth, despite the mess, it will still give you an opportunity. Send the blitz. 100%. All right. Need to make them fumble the ball or something. Strip the ball. So good cut on Exxon. I like that cut. Break even, no harm, no foul. Only horse currently is SoFi. So SoFi was our swing trade idea. Extracted profits yesterday. Today SoFi is down about 8%. NQ's coming close. Yeah, I'm getting close. All right. Is this it? Down goes Exxon. Is that the tell? We are at PML. Q's and SPY holding the PML. Let's see if they want to yank the buyers one more time. All right. Do we get the break here? Breakout or breakdown? Do we break out? Breakout meaning we get we break this trend line resistance. Okay. And we get a break above that 710 and a continued acceleration. Or do we fail, false break, come back into the lows of the day? That's the name of the game. On the 15, if this 15 can hold for another 5 minutes, we do have a nice set of tweezer bottoms there. We've seen buyers step in here before. Okay, so we had a hard time getting a close. The lowest close we got on the 15 is right here. All right, so a victory for the bears would be a close below here. Because before that, anytime we get below there, buyers pick it back up. So can we close below there? If we can't, guys, tweezer bottom. Tweezer bottom, 2 down, 2 up, 15-minute candle. If that 15 gets above 50% retrace, there's a possibility for us to go 3 up. What is that going to be highly associated with? 710. 710. Let's check back on SoFi. Okay, SoFi is still holding. Okay, SoFi is still holding. All right. Our TP extraction was here yesterday on that massive push. In pursuit of playing this, remember what we're playing on SoFi? That downward compression, but getting off support. All right. Okay. Again, guys, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to subscribe. We'll go over how to join the community. Okay, we'll go over how to do that. Okay. Why is the screen like that? Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. The encouraging part is this channel is a team, 100%. 100%. So they're just chewing up the contracts, guys. They're chewing up the contracts. They are chewing up the contracts. All right. So if you got your opportunity this morning, if you're done for the day, all right, you're probably not even paying attention to the price. You're just enjoying your day. Right. But if you continue to trade, continue to force opportunities, it becomes a game of giving back your hard-earned profits. Giving back your hard-earned profits. Okay, look at that 710, guys. Price has been relatively clean when we're away from 710. Look at yesterday's action. Okay, it's tricky, all right, but at least we had created some separation. We have some chop, but at least there's some separation. Look at that, a little cleaner. The times we're at the times we were at that 710. Look at this. Look at this mess. The last time we were at that 710. Okay. Look at this mess at 710. All right. Okay, do we finally get that break? All right. And they might want to sweep this. Watch out for that algo sweep. They sweep that. I think that would be a sign that we can get that push back, at least back into daily open. All right, try to make a run back into that view up territory. That sweep is probably the one thing that can help that case. Okay. Let's see. We're almost there, guys. 100 likes. 100 likes. Okay. Chat's still leaning towards being bearish. 59% bearish. 59% bearish. The Dow's starting to climb. Okay, let's see if this is the moment. 710 come back into play. 710 coming back into play. Okay, if we can get 100 likes, how about this? If we can get 100 likes by 12:05, all right, we will do one giveaway. I know there's been a giveaway drought, all right, so we'll do one giveaway. If we can get 100 likes by 12, bullish, okay. All right, 710. 710 is the elephant in the room. New 15-minute candle. We're still inside that prior hours range. This is the 15-minute breaker. Tweezer bottom. Okay. So that decisive push about 710.02 is the level. Okay, 710.02. All right. All right, starting to go. 15-minute reversal, tweezer bottom. Can we stay above 710? Okay, starting to go. Candle over candle. That's the best bet. Even the Dow starting to push. It looks like all the indexes are getting bought off those lows or those relative lows. Okay, so this looks like a broad market buy up here so far on the 5. So let's see if that 710 can hold. It's between 710.09, 710 and 709.83. Okay, the bulls cannot afford giving this thing back up. Okay, so think of it like this. The Bears have the lead. They were running the ball. Okay, and they just went. They fumbled the ball. Now the Bulls have the ball. So if they want to make a comeback, right, they need to at least get some points on the board. Okay, because they don't want to give the ball back. They can't afford to go 4 and out or 3 and out. Okay. $106, okay. Yeah, I think we can hit we can easily hit 100 within the first few minutes of the day. Okay, so our first giveaway in a long time. Put your names in the chat, guys. Put your names in the chat. Okay, if you're a member, the giveaway is going to be for the upcoming boot camp. If you're a YouTube viewer, the giveaway is going to be for the course, the Getting Started Day Trading course. So start putting your names in the chat, guys. Before we do that, while you do that, we're gonna go over ways to join the community. I'll get my wheel, my giveaway wheel. All right. So we'll give you until 12:10 to put the names in the chat. 12:10 to put the names in the chat. I'll collect all the names. I'll start with the people in Discord. I'll start with the people in. I'll go with the people on YouTube, on Google Meets, and then eventually go to the ones on YouTube. There's no prerequisite for you to qualify for the giveaway. There's no prerequisite. Okay, there's no prerequisite. There is no prerequisite. We got Brian. Got Brian, we got Troy, we got Ashok V, we got Judith, we got Casey, we got Day T, we got Lee, we got Freddie. There we go. First down for the Bulls. First down for the Bulls. We got Chino. We got Lily, Arnie. We got Lily, Arnie. Okay. Shanigan Candles, yep. We got USMC, Water Rescue. We got Wise. Okay. I got everyone up until Wise in the Google Meets. That 15-minute reversal was nice. Now let's see who we got on the Discord. Okay. We got Jen. We got Jennifer. We got Jake R. We got Lynn. We got Joa. G. We got Brenda. The L. We got we got Riri. We got John. We got Ricky. Riri, John G, and Ricky G. Okay, so now let's jump over to YouTube. So YouTube, let's see what we got on YouTube. So the one being compensated is the one who took the risk associated with that 710 reclaim downward compression break. So let's start off all the way. They sent the blitz 1036. Encouraging forward on bullish. Okay, thank you. Okay, Brenda L. Okay, I got Brenda L. You got Jamie. You got Devin. H. We got Ashcock. So if you put your name in on Discord, guys, no need to put your name in on YouTube. We got Sean. We got Bella B. We got Prize. Okay, I'll explain how to claim your prize here shortly. We got Shazabi. We got Ricky T. We got Kevin U. Okay. All right. So that's what we got so far. We'll give it until 12:10. If you want to be eligible for the giveaway, put your names in the chat, guys. I'll check back on 12:10 to see what names we got, and then we will spin the wheel and give away a course for a lucky winner on YouTube and a ticket, a boot camp ticket for one of our viewers, one of our members in the Discord. So if you are looking to become a member of the Discord, guys, this is what the offer includes. Okay, go to our community tab. Once you go to the tab, you go to the Apex plan. This is what we have. That's what I have access to. Full Discord access, live trading screen share, ad-free, delay-free, pre-market prep stream, extended live trading, high win rate trade ideas, real-time options flow data, AI-based ideas, options trading beginner course. You have access to the full library of past streams, full library of webinars. You have access to my ebook, 24/7 stock market newsfeed, a day trade, swing trades, all the resources, tools, serious supportive community of traders, a ton of things you have access to. And of course, you're going to have access to that for $69 a month, which is an absolute steal. Use the code April. Use the code April. You save 15% off your first month. There is no free trial. Okay, the what you get is the code. All right, so this is the code. Use the code. There's about 6 or 7 spots left. Once that's filled up, you have to wait until May. All right, so once it's filled up, it's in May. So $58. $58. That's basically your entry fee. Take advantage. Once you're in, you're grandfathered into the price. All right, that's the price you pay for the lifetime of membership. No matter what features do get added to the community. If you're looking to take advantage of the yearly, there is no code for the yearly, but if you're a SPY striker, I do have a special price for you until the end of the month. Just let me know in the chat, say me. I have a special price for you. Okay, and this $552 is a one-time payment. You have access to the boot camp, you have access to bonus coaching call, you have access to 12 months of our community with one payment, and that equals to about $46 a month. So absolute huge discount there. If you're a SPY striker and you're looking to upgrade to yearly, just let me know either today, at least by Friday. So by Friday, let me know, and I'll send you that link. Once the month does end, we're going to go back to this price full time. All right. If you're looking to get Shockwave, okay, our latest and greatest indicator. All right. Structured plan, clear levels, helps you trade the opening range. The opening range helps you trade it, gives you the levels automatically. Gives you a nice dashboard to gauge the sentiment, and of course it gives you the suggested entries, okay, for more confirmation. It gives you the exact times to enter and some suggested scale out levels as well. So if you're interested in that, make sure to also make your purchase, guys. The early bird window is ending. The early bird window is ending once April 30th comes to an end. So basically, we'll extend it to May 1st, right, for the rest of the week. Once next week rolls around, Shockwave will go to its original price. All right? And even that price, guys, that's an absolute steal. All right? It's an absolute steal. It's a tool you have access to forever. With this early bird access, guys, it's not that you have access for 1 month. It's not that you have access for 1 year. It's lifetime access. All right? You can use it as long as you have TradingView. You can use it for the rest of your career. All right, so very, very important for you to understand that is a lifetime access. So make sure to take advantage of that. So all those links are available in the description. Everything is available at smartactiontrade.com. Okay, so make sure to take advantage. And I'll also make those links available on YouTube here as well. So if you're looking to join, scan the code. If you have your phone available, you can scan, and that's available all there. Okay. So now let's spin the wheel. We'll spin the wheel. Let me see if I have any new names. If we have no new names, we'll spin the wheel here. So it looks like we got new names. Okay, we got some new names. Okay, Shazabi. We had Shazabi, Ricky T. Okay, Kevin U. We got Marty, and we got Kimmy. Okay, so we got all the names, guys. We're ready to spin. Smitty. So any last names for the giveaway? Grace. All right. Eric V. Let me check one more time. Hector, okay. We got Hector, okay. We got Ricky G, we got Lambish, okay. We got Lambish. Okay. Nita. All right, so I got all the names. Going once. Going twice. All right, let's spin the wheel. And when you do win, guys, okay, I'll give you the instructions when to DM me. DM me within 24 hours. If you're a SPY striker, of course, you can DM me right away. All right, you'll have access to the boot camp. You're already in the community. All right, so DM me right away when you do win. If you do win, so folks on YouTube, you have access to our course. Okay, we do have courses. You have access to the course, the Get and Start Day Trading course. That's what you'll learn. Okay, what is day trading? Market fundamentals, platforms, tools, resources, market structure, trends, support, resistance, chart patterns, candlesticks. You name it, it's gonna be in there. It's a 5-hour plus course. Okay, you get access to the course. That's what you have access to. If you want to purchase a course, that's also available for our SPY strikers. If you do win, you get access to the next boot camp. Okay, the Mastering SPY Scalping boot camp that will be out shortly. You have access to it at no charge when you do win. Okay, so now let's spin the wheel. Carlos, okay. Carlos L. We have a few Carlos. Okay, I already got Carlos. Carlos L. Anyone else? Lambish and Nita. Okay, let's spin the wheel. So if you want to be in the giveaway, you have to put your names in. You have to put your name in the chat. All right, let's spin the wheel here, guys. Let's spin the wheel. Okay, SPY is starting to slide once again. Okay, SPY just spent some time above 710. As long as this holds, if the bulls give this back up, okay, think of it like interception for the bears. Interception. All right. Okay, let's spin the wheel. And the winner today is. Carlos L. Carlos L is the winner. Okay, last person to enter, first one to win. Carlos L, send me a DM. I'll direct you where to send me a DM. Okay, I will direct you where to send me a DM. Send me a DM. The code word for today is going to be chop. The code word for today is going to be chop. So send me a DM. In either WAP or in the free tier Discord. I'll show you how to do that real quick right here. Okay, in the free tier Discord, send me a DM in there. Your name and the word chop. Your name and the word chop. Try to get that done by within 24 hours. Send me DM keyword. Keyword is chop. Okay, so we need that keyword in there. Okay, keyword chop. Okay, there's a link. Okay. All right, so slow grind action on SPY still below VWAP. Q still below VWAP. IWM still below VWAP. The down peaked above VWAP, peekaboo. And now it's starting to slide back to the downside. All right, so if we can get to 150, all right, by 12:30, that's the giveaway. After 12:30, guys, we're gonna wrap up the stream. So that's the goal. 12:30, we'll wrap up the stream. Okay, at 15, let's go to the 15-minute chart. Okay, you can see no close below there. We got tweezer bottom. We got 2 down, 2 up. We started to push back higher. We're still within this hours range. Okay, this range will reset at 12:30. Okay, we'll reset at 12:30. So we'll be hanging on to SoFi for another day. All right. So outside of that, no positions. The bigger picture downward compression is this one. Okay, we have these lows here, lower lows. We got lower highs. Let's connect that there as well. Boom. Okay. And now we're back at that 710. Tomorrow's a big day. Why? FOMC. We got FOMC tomorrow. We have major earnings tomorrow. All right, so it's going to be critical for you to tune in tomorrow. And I will be going over the FOMC strategy as well. The lotto strategy tomorrow in real time, so you definitely want to be tuning in until then. Okay, so tomorrow will be critical. We'll do an all-day stream into FOMC tomorrow. Okay, into FOMC tomorrow. Okay. All right, guys. 150 plus, guys. Almost there. We're at 115. So it's doable. It's possible. All right. Any questions, guys? Any questions today? Any takeaways? Absolutely, Chino. Chino, did you just join a few days ago, or are you relatively new? If you're new, if this is your first week, guys, let us know, or let me know. The goal during your first week is to help you sharpen up on your discipline, your rule following, and trying to get you your first week by following your system, your first green week by following your system. All right, just slowly but surely, just getting used to the different frameworks we like to use. All right. And once you do get that first green week, guys, it's going to change the way you perceive things. I know it's a hard couple of weeks to get green weeks, but it's very doable. Okay. Okay. Welcome to the team, Chino. Yeah, very possible for us to get back the opening price. Opening price is 711.78. Everything is red so far. So we're about $2.87 away from the weekly open. We're about $1.44 away from the daily open. Okay, so we're a few points away from those. We're below the weekly, below the daily. Okay, so the opportunities are during that first hour and a half. Those are when the opportunities are. During that time, just making sure that we're locked in, we're precise, we're executing well will be critical. That's going to be critical for us to do that. Okay, that's going to be critical for us to do that. We do see something brewing on Amazon. Amazon is holding its strength. Amazon is holding its strength here. Amazon is holding. Still above that VWAP. Just can't seem to go. So if we do get some kind of rally off those lows, Amazon could be a candidate for the one that can take off. Only issue is, guys, the closer we get to the close, the closer Amazon gets to earnings. All right, we do have Amazon report earnings tomorrow. All right, so Amazon is just a little above 24 hours away from reporting earnings, so we can see an impact on IV there. SoFi tomorrow is So again, if you are trading, if you are in SoFi, if you take those SoFi swings, guys, tomorrow anything can happen if you're in those lottos. So be mindful. It can be up 100%. It can be down 60, 70, 80%. All right. Okay. So I will be hanging on to these lottos throughout the earnings. Okay. I already took the majority off. So I'm going to see if I can get that nice push up on SoFi earnings. Okay. If it can do that, that'd be great. If not, we'll get stopped out, and it will be a great use case. And we can use that as a use case on how to approach earnings and what kind of IV impacts the contracts have. And you can try to live through that vicariously rather than doing it yourself. Okay. So SoFi, we'll see what does take place there. Of course, I would like this to go above 20. If it doesn't, let me see what the expected move is on SoFi. It's still a little early. All right, still a little early to get the expected move on SoFi. Let's see if it has tomorrow's expected move. Okay. So expected move on SoFi is between 1666. Okay. 1635 and 2081. Okay. And that's the expected move. So if you already took profits on SoFi, if you're looking to close SoFi, you don't want to hold it into earnings. Again, earnings, anything can happen. All right. You can feel free to close out here after taking profits. It's only down 4%. Okay. So just have to understand that you have to come to terms with that. Okay. So very important. So 150 likes, we'll do another giveaway. 150 likes, we'll do another giveaway. I do have somewhere to be today. This afternoon, I have a call. So again, so we're gonna look to end the stream early as well, guys. We're gonna end the stream early, and we're gonna also wrap up on Google Meets as well. Okay. We're gonna wrap up there as well. See if there's anything on the breaking news front. CBS, okay. We got some new analyst grading here. Okay, WRV, WALVC, AI alerts. Anyone take any trades via AI alerts this week? We do have Nvidia calls coming in. Confidence 55%, 953. Make sure to do your due diligence, okay? Yes, Shockwave Saturday recording will be posted, guys. All right, so if you guys are interested in Shockwave, I will post that recording. Matter of fact, let me drop the link to the recording. Okay, make sure to see if we can. Okay, so this is. Here we go. Okay, so let me. I'm going to post it in here, guys. Okay. It's going to go under past webinars. I believe I posted it there. Here. Okay. is our third one. If you guys are interested in that link, let me know on YouTube, okay? I'll post that, and eventually I'll have that posted on YouTube as well. Appreciate it, Fishman. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Options volume has pinned between 710, 712 for now, 100%. Okay, so this is the webinar. All right, the link is right there. All right, so watch that webinar. There's a code at the very end of that webinar you can use to save 15%. Okay, that breaks down what shockwave is. And we do a little bit of back testing to show how it performed. Okay, so we will look to potentially host one more of those, one or two more of those, and then we'll look to wrap that up. All right. Any other questions, guys? If not, we're gonna look to wrap it up here. As always, thank you for tuning in, folks on YouTube. Hopefully, you found value. We did do the giveaway, so Carlos L, make sure to send me that DM. Make sure to send me that DM, Carlos. Use the code CHOP. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. Help us get to that 5K milestone. We're closing in. We're about okay, less than 50 likes, 50 subs away. All right, we're building this thing from the ground up. Leading with education. Okay, leading with process over profits. All right, so if you're interested in joining the community, all the links are pinned in the chat. If we have no questions, guys, we'll look to wrap it up here. If you are taking SoFi, just be mindful. Anything can happen during earnings. Okay, anything can happen during earnings. So again, take profits. If you've never traded through earnings before, just think of it as just a lotto, complete lotto. All right, so make sure that you do take some size off the table. Make sure you took the profits already. If you're okay with dealing with whatever can happen, by all means. All right, but I do want to bring that to your attention. Okay. Okay, guys. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, 9:30 a.m. We'll see what comes tomorrow. Tomorrow's FOMC, the rate decision. We're probably going to get that 99% chance that nothing happens. This is possibly Powell's last press conference. We do have Apple reporting earnings, Amazon reporting earnings. We do have a jam-packed day tomorrow. So come in, hit the like button early. Let's do multiple giveaways. We can do as many giveaways as we need to, as long as we continue to hit those like thresholds. Okay? So on that note, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe, and God bless each one of you.